Okay, let's see. Oh, let me. Alrighty, welcome back everybody to another episode of the Scary Parre podcast. I'm glad to have you guys here in the building. Thank you for tapping in, like, share, comment, repeat. Let us know that you're in here. I just checked the audio, so we sound great. We sound amazing. We got a very spooky story for you tonight. I'm super excited for us to share this story with you. And we have a special announcement tonight regarding Scary Parre. We have a co-host, a brand new co-host joining us for the next few weeks, next few episodes. This is a trial run for her because y'all know I don't play about my co-host. Yeah, trial run for the co-host. This is Mila B, and the B stand for about her business because she's about all the serial killer business. Yay, Mila! Oh, hold on, wait. I got a button. I got a button. I got a button. I got a button. Did you hear it? Yeah.
That's
Okay.
hot.
That's hot. That's hot. Yes. Okay. Shout out to Mila for joining us. Let's go ahead and let's dive on in. Commenters, let us know that you're in here. Viewers, let us know that you guys are here. And what's up to the Twitch family? We are new on the Twitch platform. So go on over to the Twitch platform. You can follow me at Perry T Management on Twitch. Check that out. Let me know how you feeling about that. Twitch, let us know how we're doing. Again, this is Scary Parre, where we dive into the serial killers of the Kansas, Missouri, and Arkansas area. It's about to get scary. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you sure you're ready? All righty, let's go ahead and get into it. Let's get into it. The internet was supposed to be safe and make life easier, more connected. But in Kansas City, it became a hunting ground. Tonight, we tell the true story of a man who learned something terrifying about human nature. If you sound trustworthy enough, people will let you in. I think that's what's happening. What be happening with me. I sound trustworthy enough, so they think they're gonna let me in. What's up,
Barry,
Dolo?
don't,
Thanks for tapping in.
Barry, don't do that.
Yeah, my bad. Probably shouldn't have said that. But listen, tonight's episode is about the Craigslist killer of Kansas City. So, to break the ice here, Mila, have you ever used Craigslist?
No. And after
Do
this,
you
I'm
even
not going
know?
ever.
Okay, do you know what it is?
Isn't it like where you look for jobs or housing or
Yes.
something like that?
So pretty much you can find, I'm sorry, I got really excited. Pretty much you can find anything on Craigslist. You can find puppies, you can find you can find puppies, um you can find cars, you can find jobs, you can find nannies and stuff. Literally anything on Craigslist, right?
hmm
So this man here, his name is John Edward Robinson. Okay. And later on in the show, we're going to show you guys. Okay, what is going on? Later on in the show, we're going to show you guys a picture of what he is now, what he looks like now. So John Edward Robinson was not impulsive, he was not sloppy, and he was not new to crime when he started killing. Born in 1943, Robinson learned how to blend in. He was intelligent, organized, manipulative, highly adaptable. He understood authority, he understood systems, and most importantly, he understood people. Robinson learned how to speak in ways that made others feel heard, chosen, and safe. Just
Stop
saying.
doing that.
Just saying. Just saying.
Stop.
So that's how he was able to really kind of connect with his victims. This skill of making his victims feel heard and safe would soon become his deadliest weapon. 1 second, bringing up what I need to bring up. It's loading. Okay, let me move that over here to this screen so that it makes sense. So again, he was born December 27th. What sign is that? Is that the Sagittarius is?
I think so. No.
Or Capricorns? Are they
I
Capricorns?
think it's Capricorns.
Okay, well, chat, let us know what sign that is. Is that Sagittarius, Capricorn, December 27th, 1943?
Either
Okay.
way, crazy.
Yes, he was the third of 5 children to Henry and Alberta Robinson. He had an abusive alcoholic father and a strict disciplinarian mother. In 1957, Robinson became an Eagle Scout and traveled to London with a group of scouts who performed for Queen Elizabeth. Robinson enrolled at Quigley Preparatory Seminary, say that three times fast, in Chicago, a private boys' school for aspiring priests, but dropped out after 1 year due to disciplinary issues. School records show that he was a poor and failing student and frequently got involved in fights with his classmates and spent much time in school detention. In 1961, Robinson enrolled at Morton Junior College in Cicero to become a medical radiographer, but dropped out after 2 years. So it sounds like he doesn't complete anything. So let's hold that for later. Hold that thought. So let's keep that in mind. Everything he's been in, he hasn't been completing. Okay, let's keep that in mind. In 1964, he moved to Kansas City and married Nancy Jo Lynch, who gave birth to their first child, John Jr. In 1965, they had a daughter named Kimberly. And in 1966, they had twins, Christopher and Christine. I'm sorry, 1966-67 was Kimberly. In 1971, they had twins, Christopher and Christine. So they have a total of 4 children. Okay. We're going to get into his criminal past because he's really a criminal. In 1969, Robinson was arrested in Kansas City for embezzling $33,000 from the medical practice of Dr. Wallace Graham, where he worked as a radiographer using forged credentials. So, mind you, he went to medical school for 2 years, right? Went to medical school for 2 years, but he dropped out. He was working at this doctor's office under forged credentials to work. Do we not hear how bad this is?
I mean, they have that for therapists too. A lot of people for therapists do that too.
So what you trying to say?
Oh,
Because I'm a therapist. So what you trying to say?
My bad. Okay.
Be cool. I'm not a licensed therapist. I'm not embezzling anything. I'm not doing anything that this man is doing. This ain't got nothing to do with me. She over here talking outside of her neck, and I'm getting ready to fire her already for a co-host. What is wrong with you? Why would you say that? Sorry.
My bad.
Love you. Moving forward. He was sentenced to 3 years of probation. The following year, he violated his probation by moving to Chicago without his probation officer's permission and gained a job as an insurance salesman at the RB Jones Company. In 1971, he was arrested for embezzling funds and was ordered back to Kansas City, where his probation was extended. So my thing is, he keeps stealing money, right? Shut up, Dolo. This ain't got nothing to do with you. So my thing is that he keeps stealing money, right? He keeps embezzling money. Why aren't we locking him up? We're just giving him probation. Is it because he's white?
That play a part. I feel like it plays a big part actually.
It might play
a lot of whites embezzle money.
That's true. That's true. I noticed that. And they don't really do a lot of time for embezzling money, but let it be us. We're doing like 20 to 30 years off that because we embezzled and we know how to do it.
That's another story for another day. But that's because people
Another
do
story
dumb
for another
shit.
day. Wrong show?
Yeah.
Wrong show. My
Definitely
bad.
wrong.
Okay. My bad. Okay. In 1975, Robinson's probation was extended again after an arrest on charges of securities fraud and mail fraud in connection with the phony medical consulting company he had formed. Okay. Robinson became a scoutmaster, a baseball coach, and a Sunday school teacher. In 1977, he was named to the board of directors of a local charitable organization where he forged letters from his executive director to the mayor of Kansas City and from the mayor to the civic leaders, naming him as the organization's Man of the Year. Under that guise, he hosted an awards luncheon in his honor. So this man here, okay, he's forging letters from the mayor to the city leaders, and to the civic leaders, telling them, hey, I'm Man of the Year. Y'all need to recognize me as that. He done threw him a whole party as Man of the Year. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
He don't complete nothing but forgery statements and check fraud, it sound like. That's all he know how to complete. And he's embezzling from charitable organizations. He's acting like he is some type of medical radiographer. This man is crazy. There, I said it. And I don't usually like to categorize my killers as crazy because, a lot happens like that.
It's
Like
not
he
his
grew
fault.
up
He
with
likes to play make believe. It's not his fault. Hey.
It's not his fault he liked to play make believe. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe okay. So now that you said that, I can get that because maybe he's make believing the life that he really wanted, but his mom was a strict disciplinarian, and maybe she didn't let them play make believe. Some mothers don't do that. They don't let their child have that type of playtime, that free play, right? And so then his dad was an alcoholic, so maybe he was beating him all the time when he was trying to play make believe. That's not anything.
I think you trying to reach.
You think they got kind of reached? You know
Yeah.
I'm good at that. You know my reaches be reaches, and I'm really good at that.
I know.
Okay, I know. I got to work on that. After completing his probation in 1979, Robinson was arrested for embezzlement and check forgery, for which he served 60 days in jail. And in 1982, after his release, he formed a bogus hydroponics company and stole $25,000 from a friend to whom he promised a fast investment return so the friend could pay for his dying wife's medical care.
So would you give me 20,000 if I asked you for it? No? Okay. I was just thought I asked.
I ain't giving you. I have to see a full out business plan, right? And see, that's the problem. See, but also we have to look at the time period of these things. People were more trusting in the early 80s and 70s. Like people didn't start to become so on guard and on high alert to like the early 2000s because he's probably the reason.
Period. You've been knowing me.
25,000.
You've been knowing me for 10 years. You wouldn't give me 25,000.
If I saw a strong investment plan and if I knew I was getting a return on my money, that's 25,000. Are you giving me 25,000 off back?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks. Rich bitch. Okay. Where's my script? Where's my script? Oh, that's the script. 1 second. Hang on. Hang on, chat. All right, chat. I want y'all to put in the chat if you would give your friend $25,000 if they asked, without seeing a business plan, without knowing if you were going to get a return. Would you give your friend $25,000? And if you knew that their wife was dying and needed medical care, would you give your friend $25? Come on, chat.
He's
Go ahead and put
probably
that in the
dying
chat.
because of him.
Okay.
He gave false,
Like,
false information.
well, when you put it like that,
Hell,
when you put it like that, okay. Respect.
right.
Respect. I think we're stuck on the Twitch side.
I ain't even open it. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Sorry, for my Twitch users, if y'all can't see us, we do apologize. We're gonna work that out. We're still in the works of it. Hey, Akila, thanks for tapping in. Alrighty, let's go ahead and we're gonna jump into segment 2. Okay. So long before the internet, Robinson had already been arrested for fraud, accused of theft, linked to adoption scams, fired from multiple jobs as well. He frequently created fake companies, used false credentials, and inserted himself into religious spaces. Why religion? Because churches are built on trust, and predators know that. This pattern mattered because serial killers don't wake up one day and start killing. They practice. When Craigslist emerged in the late 1990s, Robinson immediately recognized its power. No background checks, no accountability, no verification. Just words on a screen. He posted ads offering employment, housing, caretaking roles, private assisting work, and more. His language was calm, professional, and helpful. And most of his victims were women already carrying stress of fear or financial instability. This wasn't coincidence, it was selection.
You want to know something?
Yes.
He had his victims write an "I'm okay" letter. So, from what I looked up,
Uh-huh.
Robinson coerced victims into writing letters to family members, claiming they left voluntarily, delaying missing person reports for months and years.
Mm, okay. Wow. So let's kind of deep dive into his grooming and his red flags. So Robinson followed a consistent grooming pattern. It was fast trust. So he moved the conversations quickly from public to private. So on Craigslist, right?
Mm-hmm.
Craigslist, they put the ad, people can comment on the ad or whatever, or will now comment, but people can message them and it kind of shows up in the public. And then that's when you say you can reach out to such and such or reach out to me or you exchange numbers. Okay.
So, like Facebook Market.
Like Facebook Market. Exactly. I don't know why I didn't tell you that to begin with.
Nope. You ain't got to worry about me. You okay? Arms up, kid.
Um, so yes, he moved the conversation quickly from public to private. Then, red flag number 2, it was isolations. He encouraged victims to rely only on him. So, when he is making these ads for caretaking jobs, things like that, it's putting the control in him. You need me to have a job. I'm giving you this job. You see what I'm saying?
Narcissistic.
Hmm.
Narcissistic.
Narcissist.
Yep. Learn that from therapy. Yeah.
You learned it from therapy. Exactly. You learned it from girl. That's cute. Okay. Third flag, financial control. He promised money, then delayed it or withheld it. So over time, his victims were people that were trusting in him. The fourth red flag is the authority language. He would use phrases like, I'll take care of you. You don't need anyone else.
Mm, mm, mm.
I need my Abbott Elementary camera so I can.
Right.
And then 5, secrecy. He discouraged sharing details with friends or family. These are classic predator tactics that are still used today. So let's go back to here. Let's start to get into the murders, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to show them the picture of this
Right.
man when he was charming. Yes, so he was using his charm on these women. I can't wait to let's get into these murders. Robinson is known to be responsible for 8 homicides, but his total victim tally remains unknown. Kansas and Missouri police note that long stretches of Robinson's time remain unaccounted for. And considering how some of Robinson's confirmed victims have never been found or were not reported missing, authorities fear that there are additional undiscovered victims. He's maintained the secrets about what he's done with the women. He won't ever tell. It's the last control he's got. There are probably other barrels waiting to be opened and other bodies waiting to be found. Yes, you heard me correct. I did say barrels. You want to know why I said barrels? Mila, ask me why I said barrels.
Why'd you say barrels, Barry?
Because he would hide the bodies in barrels. Alrighty. Sorry, guys. Excuse my cough. My asthma, my chest is tight and my asthma is really on 10 right now. I'm not sure what happened today. I took a nap and woke up and cannot breathe. In all honesty, I really cannot. In 1984, having established 2 more fraudulent shell companies, Robinson hired Paula Guirin Godfrey. She was 19. She was 19 to work as a sales representative for Robinson's management consulting firm. Godfrey was interested in pursuing a business career and told her family that Robinson had arranged for her and a group of women to fly to San Antonio. Um, to enroll in a clerical skill course, Robinson picked Godfrey up at her residence. Sorry, my everything's going weird. Um, Robinson, I'm sorry. Robinson picked Godfrey up at her residence in Overland Park, Kansas on September 1st, 1984 to drive her to the airport to her flight. After hearing nothing further from her, Godfrey's parents filed a missing persons report. Police questioned Robinson, who denied any knowledge of her whereabouts. Several days later, her parents received a typewritten letter with Godfrey's signature at the bottom, thanking Robinson for his help and asserting that she was okay and
Mm-hmm.
did not want to see her family. The investigation was terminated as Godfrey was of legal age and there was no evidence of wrongdoing. No trace of Godfrey has ever been found. They still ain't found his girl body.
So they found the other ones?
Let's see. In 1985, using the alias John Osborne, so Robinson changed his name to John Osborne, he met 19-year-old Lisa Stassi and her 4-month-old daughter, Tiffany Stassi, at a Hope House, a shelter for homeless women. Stassi told relatives that she was joining the Kansas City Outreach Program, which is now the SWOPE program. So before SWOPE's outreach program was SWOPE Outreach, it was titled Kansas City Outreach Program. So this kind of happened in the SWOPE like area. For those who are Kansas City based, SWOPE is Blue Parkway. This happened in that area. Um, an organization designed to assist young mothers. Robinson presented the program to Lisa as a way to receive free room and board while studying for her GED. He promised Stassi a job in a stable living situation in Chicago in exchange for signing several sheets of blank stationery. Lisa and Tiffany checked into room 131 at Roadway Inn in Overland Park in early January 1985. Lisa told her relatives that Mr. Osborne arranged and paid for their new accommodations. On January 10th, Robinson arrived at Lisa's sister-in-law's house, where Lisa and Tiffany entered his vehicle and promptly returned to a motel. One moment. Sorry. A few days later, so they checked into this motel. Robinson arrived at Lisa's sister-in-law house, where Lisa and Tiffany entered his vehicle. They checked into this motel. Robinson contacted his brother and sister-in-law, who had been unable to adopt a baby through traditional channels. He informed them that he knew a baby whose mother had killed herself, and for $5,500 in legal fees, the couple would have received Tiffany, whose identity was confirmed by DNA testing. So he just stole this woman's baby.
And did what?
So he killed this one. So it sounds like he killed her, and then in his mind he probably thought, I'm helping my family who can't have a baby, and I'm gonna give them this baby because this baby ain't got no mama now. I did it.
Perry.
That's what he said. That's not what he said.
No, he didn't.
Oh, my bad. My bad. I thought he said, I did it. That's what it sounds. But honestly, that's what, if it was in today's world, I'm pretty sure he would be, catch killer if you can. 27-year-old Catherine Frances Clampett left her child with her parents in Wichita Falls, Texas, and moved to Kansas City to live with her brother's family and to find employment. In January 1987, she located an advertisement for EQ2, a management consulting firm in Overland Park, Kansas. Shortly after her arrival, which promised extensive traveling and a new wardrobe, Robinson hired her, and Clampett began staying at several local hotels near the EQ2 offices. On June 15th, 1987, Clampett left to have a meeting with Robinson. She has not been seen since. Her missing persons case remains open. So he just promising these women a better life. That's what I'm hearing. With this case, he promised her a job and a shopping spree.
He got to get them to trust him. He got to get them to trust him somehow.
And that's okay. Question for you though, Michael. Look at me. We're here. Okay. I'm looking right at the camera.
I know where this is going. What, Perry?
Are you going for a shopping spree and a job?
Nah, that ain't enough for me.
That's not enough?
Nah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Like, okay, think about it. Let's say he offered to pay for your Fashion Nova cart, your Shein cart, your Amazon wish list. Okay. You can get a few. You can go to Coach, get a few Coach purses. He offer a Birkin, and what's your dream car?
That's a good question. A Range Rover.
And he offer, is it red?
Anyway.
And he okay, and he offered all of that, right?
Yeah.
Are you accepting that offer then? Like, how much of that offer does he have to give you to pull you in?
No. Cause if I got my own job, why would I need him to get that?
Okay, but but here's the thing. Let's take it back. Let's say you don't have your own job. Because a lot of these women did not have their own job and they were struggling financially.
I'm going overly.
Okay, I thought I was the only one because I asked myself that question when I was dissecting this. Like, okay, if he were to offer me, like, I didn't have no income at all, and he was to offer me like housing, a job, a car, a new wardrobe, because we all know I need some clothes. Like,
overly.
would I go? Like, yes, you come get me tonight. Like, yeah, we leaving tonight. We ride at dawn. Yeah.
You know how you spell overly? MYLAH. Yeah.
Hold on, I got something for it. What's up, Sneed? Thanks for tapping in.
Hey, Sneedle.
And yes, Terry, you're completely right. Both of us are going to be dead because, and I hate to say it like this because this doesn't apply to everybody, but when things get desperate, so do the measures. So desperate times call for desperate measures. These women were in desperate times. So they were going with desperate measures. They were going off of promises of we're getting income, we're getting housing, our children, well, one of them who had a 4-month old will be taken care of, and I won't have to struggle anymore.
Wait a
They did
minute.
not fighting for their life. Yes, honey.
So if roles were reversed, if a female was doing that to y'all not gonna go?
Oh, he going. Gone. Him and Sneed. Going, gone. Like,
Y'all going too.
like, and you know what? Just throw in Dolo in there because he's part of the chat. Throw
Yeah.
him in there too. He going to. He going
And
to.
I'm
They
I'm
all
pretty
going.
sure I'm about to say I'm pretty sure Akila gonna go too.
Akila just might. Akila, are you in the chat? Say something
I
if you
think
in the
he's still
chat.
in there.
She just might too. But and y'all, please don't take any offense to what we saying. We know y'all we know y'all are smart individuals and y'all probably smarter than us and y'all probably not gonna go. And when times get hard, y'all gonna thug it out. But we gonna go.
Hey.
Okay. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Are we at where are we at? Oh, we're at 30 minutes. Okay. Let me keep going. Okay. We are at part 5. Robinson's crime shark. Money don't move me. Hell no, I don't like that shit. I'm gonna think something off. Okay, that makes sense. And Dolo said money don't move me. Okay. Mila. They standing strong, girl. We would have voted. I'm talking pretzel.
But we no. No.
Is that
But
not
we
right?
can
Did I use
no.
that wrong?
No, you used it right, but
I used it right, but no.
no. We get kidnapped together. See, that's the problem. We gonna get kidnapped together.
I don't want to be kidnapped with you.
Type shit. Okay.
And no, 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 no. That came off so mean. Hang on, wait. No. The reason why I don't want to be kidnapped with you is because I would sacrifice myself to keep you safe. You see what I'm saying? So if
I
I
get
feel
that,
like
but
he's going to do something to you, I would be like, no, take me.
see, I get that, but I already in my mind, Mr. Kidnapper. I already know how I'm gonna go.
Mr. Mr. Killer, sir, Mr. Robinson. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Please don't take me.
Part 5. Come on. The barrels. Let's go. See, that's the problem. We just talk too much.
Okay.
We get to having
Okay.
yapset.
Cause you on your own. I'm weak. Okay.
They don't deal up.
Okay. Robinson's crime shocked Kansas City when investigators discovered how long he had been killing. The bodies were found in storage units, industrial barrels, and locations spread across Kansas and Missouri. Some victims had been dead over a decade. Let that sink in. People vanished and life kept moving. This is where the fear deepens because the scariest part wasn't how he hid the bodies, it was how long that nobody noticed. And like you said, of course, nobody would notice because literally he
He
was
sent those
having them
letters.
write, yeah, he was having them send those letters to those families. Like, that's a scary situation. So, his victims, they were women. These women were daughters, mothers, friends, survivors. They trusted someone offering help in moments of need. Their disappearances were often dismissed because they were adults, they were frequently moving, and they lacked strong support systems. That dismissal created space for violence. This episode honors them by speaking their truth. We do want to give a message to the victims' families. We are sorry for the loss of the victim, and we are making light of this not to laugh at their pain or their struggle. We do sympathize with you and your family, and we pray that you guys have had the grief counseling and the healing to move forward and to know how to deal when the days get rough and tough for you. Thank you. That's my spirit. Part 7. The mistake that ended it all.
Hold on. Before you even go to the next part, you know
Yes,
he
ma'am.
kept he kept personal belongings of their stuff.
He did?
Yeah, as far as like jewelry, ID, documents that were stored alongside normal
Hmm.
household, but not in a secret compartment. He just kept them out in the open,
Well,
like all over his house.
we talked. Remember when we were at BLE? Shout out to BLE Studios and Dave of BLE Studios. Dave told us that serial killers keep memorabilia, and they
Yeah,
do
but
that
not
because
out
it
open.
but they do that because it feeds that serial killer gene and that dopamine. So sometimes keeping the memorabilia keeps them from killing again, right? So I killed the first time. Hear me out. I killed the first time, right?
Mm-hmm.
I keep this woman's ring, pantyhose, whatever. I keep it out in the open on the table. So when I walk in the house, I look at it. That feeds that dopamine, like, oh, I did that. I killed her. I got her. Ooh, that's feeding that dopamine. Okay. Go back out the house, come back again, look at it. Feeding that dopamine again. It's feeding those levels of wanting to kill again because you see that. It's preventing you. You see what I'm trying to say? It's like you
Yeah,
have a cold and you take the cold medicine and it knocks down the symptoms for a little bit, but sometimes the symptom comes back with an aggression.
yeah.
So that's how that works for serial killers. They kill, they keep memorabilia, they look at it, and then once that dopamine or once that feeling from the look wears off, it comes back with an aggression. I need to kill again. That's why they go a few months to years without killing. And then when they do, it's like the next crime is so graphic and it's worse than what they did the first time. You are you picking up what I'm putting down?
Yes, pair.
Okay. All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In 2000, Robinson killed Tiffany Hall, a young woman he met online. Unlike before, witnesses noticed inconsistency. Digital records existed, and storage units were traceable. Technology had changed. The same tool he used to hunt finally turned against him. So now we see, excuse me, now we see, because he's been doing this for decades. So we see how when he started, like in 1984, how it changed from 84 to 2000 when he started to kill. In 2000, when he killed that girl, it was a lot more technology involved as far as traceable things. So the conversation between him and her on Craigslist was now traceable. They had that. The fact that the purchase of a storage unit and she had been there, like video, we had that now. Technology had advanced where he used it to help lure his victims, essentially is the reason why he got caught. Okay. Let's talk about his arrest and conviction. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Over time, Robinson became increasingly careless and his ability to avoid detection declined. He was arrested in June 2000 at his farm near La Cienega. I don't think it's, I think it's La Cigne.
Last evening is crazy.
It's Kansas. After a woman fled a sexual battery complaint against him and another charged him with stealing her sex toys. How do you get charged with stealing sex toys? That must have been some expensive sex toys.
Why are you stealing
Because how
sex
did they
toys?
charge
What?
exactly? And why are you doing that?
So wait, because I feel like I would get mad if somebody stole my damn rose.
I, now listen. Now you know how me and Rosie go. And and if you steal it, like
We gonna have that to do.
we're gonna have that to do. Cause now I'm gonna look at you like, do you need that? And not that.
Yeah, but obviously you do.
Because why would you take that? Out of everything that I got, you take that? You could have took the PS4,
That's not even.
but you
I was about
take
to say
that.
get something valuable.
Yeah, you take that. I mean, I guess it is valuable to them.
I guess.
Cause shit is valuable to me.
Very.
I'm taking that.
Come on.
Yeah, right. Okay. Um, let's see. The theft charge finally gave investigators the probable cause they needed to obtain search warrants. On the farm, a task force found decaying bodies of two women, later identified as Lewicka and Troughton, in two 85-pound chemical drums. Across the state line in Missouri, investigators searched a storage facility where Robinson rented two garages. They found three similar chemical drums containing corpses, subsequently identified as Bonner, Faith, and Faith's daughter. All, all five women were killed in the same way, by one or more blows to the head with a blunt instrument. In 2002, Robinson stood trial in Kansas for the murders of Troughton, Loika, and Stassi, along with multiple lesser charges. After the longest criminal trial in Kansas history, he was convicted on all counts. Robinson received 2 death sentences for the murders of Troughton and Loika, and life imprisonment for Stassi's murder because she was killed before Kansas reinstated the death penalty. He received a 5 to 20-year prison sentence for interfering with parental custody of Stassi's baby, 20 years for kidnapping Troughton, and 7 months for theft. After his Kansas conviction, so wait a second, hold on. We flew by that. Let me, because you look just as confused as I do. What do you say? Okay, Dolo, that is sad.
Right.
All the charging cables, so you can't charge it. That just broke my heart.
Now, if people take the knobs off your little controllers, y'all gonna be upset.
No, I just feel like they just gonna buy more controllers.
I'll just buy another charger pad.
But if you a true gamer, you have a couple backup controllers. Like you have one or two backups.
And guess what, Pear?
Huh?
If you a true Rose enthusiast, you got a couple backup chargers.
Because you know I do.
When talking about you, you a Rose enthusiast, that's crazy.
Thought you took the chargers. Okay, Terry said, man, he a punk. He was ambushing these helpless women and taking advantage of their hopelessness. She's crazy. Yes, for sure. So let's talk about his sentencing. He received 2 death sentences for the murders of Troughton and Loika. He received life imprisonment for Stassi's murder because he killed her before Kansas reinstated the death penalty. And then he received a 5 to 20-year prison sentence for interfering with the parental custody of Stassi's baby. Remember, he stole her baby.
I didn't know Kansas had a death penalty.
Yes, so they reinstated the death penalty. I don't remember when they reinstated the death penalty. I want to say it was in the late 1990s. I feel like that's what it was.
Does Missouri have that?
We can look it up. Let me look it up. While I'm looking up, talk.
Oh. Hey.
Alrighty. Real quick, let's pay some bills while I'm looking this up. I want to give a shout out to the Perry T Management and Perry P and Scary Parre sponsor, Knucklehead Clothing. You can get your Knucklehead clothing at www.knuckleheadclothing.com. If y'all have seen the videos that I have posted on my socials of the blue sweatsuit with the teddy bears on it, that's a Knucklehead Clothing exclusive. And he will be at the 2026 podcast convention, the 5th annual podcast convention. Terry, can you resend me that flyer because I do not have it and I was looking for it and I should have got it. But yes, the 2026 podcast convention, it is March the 22nd from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. at the Royal Mansion. We already have one vendor locked in, and that is Knucklehead Clothing. So be prepared to come and spend your little money there, network, have fun with the podcast, engage, all that. Alrighty, now that we have done paid bills, what's up, Robin? Thanks for tapping in. The death penalty was first used in Missouri in 1810. Until
Yeah,
let's see.
basically they do. I looked it up on chat.
Yep, it
Hmm.
says they do. All right.
But their
Oh,
method is lethal injection.
yes. I think they did away with the electric chairs a few years back.
Here in Missouri, yeah, but not in other, not
Yeah,
outside, not down south.
that's scary. Okay. After
Scary,
his conviction, Scary Parre. Oh, wait, I gotta sound. Wait, do it again. Do it again.
scary Parre.
Scary Parre. Did it play? After his convictions, Robinson faced murder charges in Missouri based on the evidence discovered in that state. Missouri aggressively pursued capital punishment convictions, so Robinson's attorney wanted to avoid a trial there. Chief Chris Coster, the Missouri prosecutor, insisted as a condition of any plea bargain that Robinson lead authorities to the bodies of Stassi, Godfrey, and Clampett. Robinson, who has never cooperated with investigators, refused. However, Coster faced pressure to make a deal because his case was not technically airtight. Among other issues, there was no evidence that any of the murders had been committed within his jurisdiction. Robinson, on the other hand, faced pressure to plead guilty to avoid an almost certain death sentence in Missouri, and failing that, yet another capital murder trial back in Kansas. When it became clear that the women's remains would never be found without Robinson's cooperation, a compromise was reached. In, in a carefully scripted plea in October 2003, Robinson acknowledged that Coster had enough evidence to convict him of capital murder for the deaths of Godfrey, Clampett, Bonner, and the Faves. Though his statement was technically a guilty plea and was accepted as such by Missouri court, observers remarked that it was notably devoid of any remorse or specific acceptance of responsibility. Robinson received life sentence without the possibility of parole for each of the 5 murders. In November of 2015, the Kansas Supreme Court vacated the Troughton and Stassi murder convictions on technicalities. Damn, so he got off?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. But they upheld the Lewicka conviction and its accompanying death sentence. The ruling marked the first time Kansas highest court was upheld a death sentence since the reinstatement of the punishment. Robinson currently remains on death row at the El Dorado Correctional Facility in Kansas. So he's still on death row. He's still
But
alive, very much on death row. Yes, ma'am.
that's weird because when I looked it up, they said he was
Mhm.
dead.
Well, it could be.
They said he
When I looked,
was.
when was he executed?
Hold on.
Because that will tell us if he's dead, if he was executed.
They said he died on his days before his birthday. Robinson died on death row
Mm.
10 days before turning 72. Never executed.
Mm. Okay.
But
That's so weird because when we look him up in Kansas Department of Correction Centers, it says he's 82. And
right,
it says he's very much alive. Because I remember when we had an inmate before who was on death row and we looked them up, they told us when he was executed.
mm-hmm.
This isn't saying he's executed. Huh. Interesting. Scary Parre.
Did you
What? I had to do the sound effect.
did you
All
show
right.
the? Do they know what he looked like?
So we're getting ready to show you guys chat. We're getting ready to put this in the chat or put this on the screen. We're getting ready to show you guys what this man looks like. Let me make it bigger for my eyes because I'm old as a sage. Here we go. This.
He looks
Look
like
at
the
him.
little old man from Up.
Yes, don't he? He looked like he want to be a wilderness explorer.
Let
Like,
let that man free.
no, don't let him
No,
free.
okay.
No, don't let him free. He putting people in barrels. Why are we letting him free?
He looked like a little old helpless man.
Yes, now, but back then he probably didn't look like that.
Oh, okay.
He
Sorry.
looked like Mr. Fredrickson now,
Who was that?
but back then he was Mr. Robinson. A Beautiful
Who's
Day in the Neighborhood.
who's Mr. Fredrickson?
The old man from Up,
Oh,
Doug Fredrickson.
oh, you should have said Doug. Santa. Huh?
I'm really frustrated. Like I'm getting really frustrated,
Don't fire
and
me.
my chest hurts so bad.
Don't fire me.
I'm, I, I can't fire you. You on a 30-day probational period. I can't fire you. I gotta let your show improve. It's your
Okay.
first episode, but don't do that again. We're not letting him free. Okay,
Don't
so
let him free.
yes, he definitely. So this man here, um, John Edward Robinson, he is the one who was responsible in the from 1980s down into the early 2000s for murdering several women on the Kansas and Missouri side. He would hide his victims in barrels, storage containers. I'm trying to figure out my wording. Storage compartments, containers, and landfills, things like that, just odd places. He never cooperated with the police. He never showed any remorse. He, even down to him pleading guilty, the article said that he never really like cried. And I'm not saying he has to cry, but at least show some type of remorse.
So let me ask you something.
John Jacob Jingle Harris Smith.
Pear,
Yes.
do you think people that lack empathy and don't show remorse have the what's the word?
Ability to kill.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Do you think
Honestly,
that?
I think so let's dive into that. I think everybody has the ability to kill.
But I don't like that you think that people
It's
that
the
don't
thing.
don't have no empathy.
The only reason why you don't like it is because you don't have empathy.
Okay, I'm not talking about me.
So, with that being said,
Okay, I believe
let me take him
sociopaths,
off.
yeah.
Hang on. Let me take him off the screen because he's scaring me. He's staring at me, and it's getting scary. It's scary. Period. Scaring me too bad. Scary. Period. Okay. So, oh, I got to take him off my computer screen. I looked right there. He was right there. So scary. So scary. Okay, real quick before we dive into your question, Milo, let me wrap up, and then we'll spend the last like 5 minutes going over your question. Okay.
Hmm.
And so write your question down so that I can so that we can go back to it because charge it to my head, not my heart. I'm half
Neither
realized.
one of us remember.
Trying to tell you. Okay, let's see. So here's part 9, the Parre breakdown, the Scary Parre breakdown. Why this still matters. This case is not just history. It's a warning because people still meet strangers online. Predators still hide behind opportunity, and vulnerable people are still blamed. We teach people to be polite instead of teaching them to be safe. Milo, don't say nothing because you're the first person to say that I'm too nice to people, and I am not. So that's just me being polite. But I guess we need to start teaching people instead of being polite to be safe. But that doesn't mean that you be a uber mean person and not smile when somebody says hello or give them a
No,
stank look.
no. For one, who do that? Don't nobody do that. Okay, I don't do that intentionally.
Where's
I
the
don't
Abbott
be.
Elementary camera?
I don't do it intentionally. It be I don't hear them sometimes, and then it's just like,
Okay.
yeah.
Robin says, I don't care about being polite. If you're a threat, then you're a threat. Yes. Now, hear me out. If this person is obviously like an unsafe individual, I'm not saying walk up to them and be like, hi, my name is Carrie. Nice to meet you. Shake my hand. Like, no.
But how do you know they're unsafe until you actually talk to them?
Because sometimes people will show characteristics of being unsafe. Like for instance, when we're down there crackhead hunting, like how we be crackhead hunting sometimes. When we down there on 3rd Street.
Oh, I don't want to hear it because you do that. You still talk to him. You talk to
No, I
crackheads.
don't.
Yes, you do.
I do. I do. I do. I do.
Let the
I do.
window down and everything. Tell people on the plaza, oh, I like your dress.
Because I do. No, because listen. Hear me out. Hey, Evans, thanks for tapping in. Hear me out. So I do. Okay. When I'm on the plaza and I'm passenger princess and stuff, I will roll down the window and I will speak to whoever's outside. I apologize. I'm a people person. I like to talk to people. That's why I have a podcast.
See, but
My apologies.
that's the thing. You gonna meet the wrong person.
317 in the building. Yes, yes. And yes, Terry, I am super friendly. And I don't know how to not be.
Everybody
I
doesn't
was like
need
that,
to. Everybody
but
doesn't
I
need
was
to
like that.
experience Perry.
But I was like that as a child though too. Like I would walk in the grocery stores and be like, everybody.
Okay, it's okay.
Y'all judging me and I don't like it.
I mean, I feel like not to wish this on you. Knock on wood, but
Don't say it. Don't say it. Because I feel like whatever it is bad. And
all right, I'll leave it alone.
I just feel like if it come out of your mouth, it's gonna come true. I'm getting sick.
Why is it my mouth is gonna come true?
I don't know. All
Everybody you
right. You
talk to.
ready for okay, let's wrap it and then so I can answer your question. Do you remember your question?
Yeah,
If not, Terry put her question in the chat because he
I
said he was
remember
gonna
it.
remember it. Okay. Kansas City didn't hear screams in the streets. They heard silence. And silence is where predators thrive. This wasn't a monster hiding in the dark. It was a man hiding behind help. Remember this story. Share it because awareness is protection and trust should never cost you your life. Not done, not done, not done. Not done, not done, not done. Hang on. And trust should never cost you your life. It went away. You've been listening to Scary Parre. Until next time, watch who you let in. Scary Parre. Okay. So, Mila's question, and this is going to be the final question that we talk about. We'll probably do this for about 10 minutes. We'll talk about this question for 10 minutes and then we'll wrap up, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, Mila's question for tonight was, does a person who lacks empathy, and let me move this here so I can look at the screen better. Does a person who lacks empathy have the ability to kill? My answer to that was, I believe everybody has the ability to kill. It's it's a thin line between sane and insane. Sane and insane. It's a thin line between being happy and being angry. So for a person who lacks empathy, you for sure have the ability to kill, right? Because there's no sense of I feel bad if I do it, or I feel bad in situations. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But do I feel like you're more prone to kill than I am? No, I could go off on the because I'm super empathetic and I'm super sympathetic to people's situations, needs, all that. But you catch me on a wrong day and you push me over that line, I could easily snap and do the same thing. A lot of murders that happen are people who snap and don't intentionally mean to do it. It really doesn't matter who you are. Oh, Terry just said that.
In my opinion, from what I looked up, because I know I don't have empathy that much, and I know I can work on it. But people with low empathy are like it's more strongly linked to, manipulation and
Yes.
emotional cruelty.
Yes. And it's also linked to y'all all gonna snitch on oh wait. And it's all going to he gets on my nerve so bad. um what did you just say?
I feel like low empathy or people that don't have empathy at all is more linked, like more strongly linked to manipulation, rule breaker behavior, and emotional cruelty.
You want to know something?
What?
It is. And the
Yeah,
reason
but
why
those people with
the,
those
the
traits never commit murder.
hang on now. Ted Bundy. So people with those traits are typically sociopaths.
Okay,
Ted
I'll be
Bundy,
that. That's
Ed
fine.
Kemper, Jeffrey Dahmer. Do I need to go on? Jodi Arias, the one who killed her boyfriend and she stabbed him 27 times in the shower. Yeah, Jodi
Lorraine
Arias.
Bobbitt.
Um, no. We cannot count Lorena Bobbitt.
How
I'm gonna
come you
t-
can't
we
count her?
she didn't kill him. She cut his penis off. There's that. Secondly, she did that because he was raping her, he was beating her, and he was doing a lot more as a loving husband should not do it, and he was doing that because of her citizenship. Right now, citizenship is a very touchy subject, and we are not addressing that on Scary Parre. We're not tapping into that.
Okay.
I'm weak. Mila's saying she crazy. Yeah, I'm out.
Okay. I'm not saying that, but all right. But
Hmm.
I mean, I could pit the two. So I can pit, sociopath and lack of empathy together. Yeah, I get that, but I don't think that makes you a murderer at the end of the day.
And I'm not saying having those traits make you a murderer. Your question was, do they have the ability to kill? Yes, everybody has the ability to kill. Are they more prone to killing? I'm not saying that because, like I said, I could be having an off day. Somebody come in here and do something, and somebody come in here and set me off, and just like that, I snap. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So the one is not more prone to kill than the other. Now, one may feel bad about killing more than the other. The other one probably like, shit, should have came in here and fucked with me.
But I feel like once that adrenaline hits, regardless if you're empathetic or not, you're not gonna feel no type of remorse. You're not gonna feel empathetic at that time. Your adrenaline's too high. You're not gonna feel empathetic at that time.
But you'll feel some type, maybe adrenaline may be high, but you're going to feel some type of remorse. You'll be like, oh my God, I shouldn't have did that. For instance, we're in an argument. I'll take it a step further. Jody and Yvette were in an argument, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yelling at each other. Yeah, you bitch. She hits him. He smacks hell out of her. Immediately, he felt the remorse. Once he snapped back to who he was, he felt the remorse.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to hit you. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the adrenaline may be high. I'm weak. Tyler Perry, Taraji on that Tyler Perry film didn't lack empathy, and she killed. And she killed on accident. Which Tyler Perry film did she kill?
No, that's Proud Mary. I don't know. We're gonna talk about it.
Is it Proud Mary?
But
Thanks, Robin. Thanks for
that's
tuning
not
in.
Tyler Perry. That's not Tyler Perry though.
So so
Go back to what you were saying.
okay, I don't know when she was in the bank. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Who did she kill in the bank?
you ain't seen that one. That's
I did
because
see it. I saw Straw.
because she
Who
had a
did she
stressful
kill in the
day.
bank?
She killed those two men.
One,
Um,
but wasn't they? Yeah, but wasn't they like
they was
attacking?
fucking. They was
They
fucking
was
with
trying
her.
to, but they was trying to rob her, wasn't they?
Yeah, they was fucking with her.
Yeah. So in her defense, it was self defense. Why does it look like I had a stroke? What is going on? In self defense,
Yeah, don't like you just said. Don't come in here fucking with me.
it's one of those things. And then not only that, she was literally having that whole movie. If you watch that whole movie from start to finish, so I'm sorry if I'm giving spoilers for those who haven't seen Straw. Um, that whole movie, she was in a state of grief
Mm-hmm.
and she was in a state of denial. Her daughter was dead, had died from having an asthma attack the night before, and
Mm.
she was in a state of grieving denial.
She was in a state of grieving denial. She was finna lose her apartment, her housing. She just got fired.
Everything happened. So yes, I would have snapped too. No, not her boss. He was saying she set him up. Oh yeah. So yeah, her boss was saying that, yeah. So, but your original question, yes. Do I feel like empathetic people have or non-empathetic people have an ability to kill? Yes, we all do. Do I feel like they kill more? I feel like it's about the same.
So, how does one? This is a therapy question, but I'm asking anyways. How does one gain more empathy?
Um, ooh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
That's a good question because I think I think for someone, damn it, Perry.
Go ahead.
So, you and I, we have religious talks all the time.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we are. We're Christian girlies. Yay. Okay. So, I always tell you, for you to gain your empathy, you have to tap back into God. You have to tap back into Jesus. You pray. You ask God to give you peace. You ask God to give you the fruits of the Spirit, which is love, joy, peace, kindness, gentleness, faithfulness, and self-control. The fruits of the Spirit. Um, for someone who is not biblical per se or religious per se, the first thing that you need to do when developing empathy is, Terry, get out of my head. The first thing you need to do is understanding what happens, understanding why you feel this way or why you don't feel this way. So, understanding who you are. This next thing is identifying what can I do to help me feel better or feel the empathy towards this person. When you are being empathetic, that's you placing yourself in the other person's shoes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So get your mind in the other person's shoes. Get it out of the mindset of this is something that can never happen to me. It would never happen to me, so I shouldn't care. That shouldn't be in your mind because it could happen to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So when you take that into account, then you start looking at things from an empathetic perspective.
Okay.
Me and you, when I do because I have a whole section and it is actually in March, I believe, about empathy on
Mm-hmm.
therapy. So I'll call you on for a couple of those episodes if you would like.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have any other questions before we go ahead and wrap this up today?
Nope.
Alrighty, I want to thank you guys so much for tuning into the Scary Parre podcast. On today's episode of Scary Parre, we tapped into John Edward Robinson, the Casey Craigslist serial killer, and also known as the Barrel Killer. If you guys felt compelled to, please send stars to support the live. If you also feel compelled to, please go ahead and donate to the PRP Cash App, the Perry Team Management Cash App. If you would like to sponsor a show of the Perry podcast or any show under Perry T Management, you can reach out to me. We have sponsorship packages available for this new season. And again, the podcast convention is March 22nd from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. at the Royal Mansion, hosted by the Get It Off Your Chest podcast and the Everybody Loves Ross podcast. If you're a vendor and would like to secure your vendor spot, you can reach out to me and I can get you in the right places. You guys have a great day and thanks so much for tuning in to Therapy. Bye. Scary Parre.